Hello everybody and welcome to Beelzebub Spun's channel. If you are living on Earth, you are experiencing the month of September. And if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, like I am, there might be regions where it still feels rather warm. There may be regions that you live in that you feel a slight cool breeze, or you live in a place where the leaves are starting to change color and they're falling from the tree. And if that's the case, then I assume that your winters are probably extremely blistering cold. But what does that have to do with gamers? Well, look at it this way. A lot of us might be starting to wear pants. And what rhymes with pants? Ants. And what are gamers doing these days? Getting antsy. Why? Well, when the season of autumn rolls around, not only does everything turn into a pumpkin and taste like a pumpkin and smell like a pumpkin, we also get brand new games. And amongst brand new games, we also get new updates for games that have already been out. Well, heck, even this season we got updated consoles. But without further ado, let's look at an update for Halo 5 Guardians named Anvils Legacy. And in this content update, we have a lot of cool stuff. From maps to weapon skins to more Forge pieces, and the fact that you can actually use Forge on Windows. That's a really good thing for a lot of those editors out there that want that precision that you could only get from a PC. But one thing that I found that would be very, very helpful for those that are into Forge and want to make maps consecutive times, like they just go into Halo and they almost get enthralled by just making maps, maybe more often than actually playing the game. Well, now they can actually have the content browser, and that's going to make everything a lot smoother, and a lot of those novice players that may not use Forge all that much, they can go there, and if they want to try out making a new map, they can get some prefabs and put it into their map without spending hours just trying to make like, let's say, a scarab or whatnot. No longer do we have to go into YouTube and search for a map that we saw back a couple days ago and figure out what the gamer tag is, so we could just download that map. And that's based off of the player themselves. I mean, they may delete that map, or it may go somewhere else. You know, you never really know. But with this content browser, it's really going to help out those that see a map. It's like, perfect. Let me go search it, grab it, and then play it with their friends. It makes it that much better. Now, to talk about the gameplay that you're seeing, this is going to be Warzone Assault, and this is on the map named Temple. I really like the design of Temple. It obviously accommodates those that want to travel on foot and those that want to get into a vehicle. Probably using an air vehicle is going to be one of your best bets using this. There are warthogs that can be moved around pretty quickly around the map here, but there are also areas that are very bumpy, so if you're not careful enough, you might be finding yourself flipping through the air a few times, only giving the enemy chances to pop some shots off at you and end up killing you. I really like how they alter the armory, which is going to be the first structure that you either capture or you defend. What I like is that you've seen here in the video that they have boxes on top of the roof, so it makes it a little bit more, have some more cover, hide a little bit more. And when you make your way to the temple in the middle area here, this is going to be your second phase. It is providing you with different corridors, different sight lines, new ways to traverse the structure, and it just brings this originality to it, and it just looks amazing. I mean, look at this stuff. I mean, the sun shining through. I know that that was something that a lot of game developers did back in the early days of Xbox One and PS4, but here in Halo 5 they do it subtly enough, and it still looks great. Much like the outside, inside the temple, there are different areas that you can go down into, you can go up in, and you could hide behind some little nooks and crannies and maybe baiting some of the attackers in to ambush them or assassinate them in the back. It's always a fun time. But if you are a defender, be sure to watch out, because there are many different open areas that you can expose yourself accidentally and get shot right in the back. The temple being so war-torn really opens up areas for vehicles like the Wasp coming in. Provides a cool firefight mix. It's not just maybe infantry that you're shooting at, you're also shooting at more vehicles that come flying in, trying to take over the temple. And as you play on this map, you'll see people with new guns that have been released in this content update. It's really nice to see, and not only are there new guns, but there's also new weapon skins that actually make a practical sense rather than a silly french fries and pepperoni slices or whatnot. And if it's not practicality that you're looking for, then at least it gives you a bit more of a prideful look to it. Some of the engravings that are new, I think it actually looks really neat. Now, as you see here in this video, I have acquired the Hannibal Mantis, and while this thing is great to traverse this map and defend the temple with, you might find that if you're the attacker and the defenders have something powerful like this vehicle, you may not necessarily like where you spawn. I found that there are certain areas that I just kind of wonder why the game would spawn some of these attackers there, because I saw them right out in the open and I just took shots at them and it was real easy to kill them. But as time goes on and more people play this map, you may find that 343 may change some of the spawn points. However, as I played this map, I didn't find anything that was too jarring, that was way too unbalanced. It ended up playing really well, and I really enjoyed this map. Not only does it have an awesome battleground, but there are places that I didn't actually get to use that much, other than the fact that we stopped them on the second phase here where we were defending the temple. The base itself has changed, and it actually has some nice cover points. You know, if you are attacking, you can hide behind this area here, as you see in this tower. If you're attacking, you can kind of gather your thoughts together, try to figure out what you want to do next. Here you got one of the main entryways where the vehicles will either go in or go out, and here's a secondary one with an ominous lighting down here in this tunnel. Not only does it have a cool theme to it, but picture this, that there could be defenders and attackers here in the same corridor, but you may not know that each of you are in that area because there are boxes there, and you got a little bit of time to regenerate your shields and then go out there and try to tear them up. And inside the base itself, you got the standard layout where you got the core right there in the middle with the same walkways that go up to it. But going back to the corridor, I want to show you that there's a way to exit. So you're not necessarily stuck inside this hallway here getting blasted with either defenders or attackers. You have a way to escape. And like I said before, I had a fun time playing this map. But I do want to talk about something that gets a little bit irritating for a lot of us gamers, and for those that may want to play this, but you don't necessarily have all the time in the world to commit, you know, anything more than an hour or something to play because you do have a busy lifestyle. So here's the thing, we love the free content that 343 gives us. Okay, it's great to see new maps and that. And 343 has reached their objective to not divide the players with different players having different maps, therefore not everyone is able to play together. No, we're all able to play together on new maps, and that's great. But here's the thing, when you go into matchmaking, obviously there is no voting system or nothing, so the game is going to choose what map you guys play. So when you have one new map for Warzone Assault or for Arena, but you've had many more maps that have been released in the past, the probability of you actually being able to play on these couple new maps here in this content update is a little bit more slim. And I don't know if there's like a probability that you might have a higher chance of getting the new maps for like a temporary time, maybe for like a week or so. But I can't really tell you how many games I had to play, so I could just play on the new maps. And like I said before, not everyone can commit more than an hour to a game, you know, if they have a busy time, if they have to go to work or whatnot. And it's a little bit unfortunate for those players because they may be motivated to play the new content, but they're not able to choose when they play it. And a lot of us know that Warzone Assault games can take some time. So when you commit more than 20 minutes to a game, but it's not really on the map that you want, and you go into another game hoping to get the new one selected for you, yet you don't get it, it really puts a lot of people down. Now, of course, having a filter where you choose what maps you want to play on may divide the community. So what should we do? Should we bring back democracy and have the voting system that we've had in other Halo games? What do you guys think? I just know that being hyped for new content and then wanting to go and play it, and you do everything right by going to the right playlist, but you're denied the new content and you have to play something that you've played a million times, well, you might just get a little bit tired of that. Now, of course, I don't speak for everybody, so I just want to know what you guys think. Now, as this video has just under a minute left to go, you're going to see some of the content browser that is implemented in the new update. Meanwhile, I want to say thank you to the subscribers, the ones that like my channel, that like what I put out there. I made a video before with the 100 subscriber milestone, and now when I look at it, I have over 240 subscribers. So thank you very much, and if you guys want a Q&A video, just let me know. I could play something and have it play in the background while I answer questions. Just hit me up with certain questions in the comment section, and I'll try to gather the ones that I like that I could provide a nice answer for and I can elaborate. We're going to see you in the next video as new games come out, and I can't wait for Forza Horizon 3. But before that, there's the BioShock series, and oh man, that's not necessarily a game I want to screw up by commentating all over it because the story is just so cool and the atmosphere is just invigorating. But maybe if I did a creepypasta story about something like in the world of BioShock, that might be pretty cool. Anyways, this has been Beelzebub's Buns channel. If you like gameplay videos and you like creepypastas, You could listen to some creepypastas I've written and narrated myself, and stay tuned for some more. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.